World Trade. That's a tribute to the World Trade Center. It's a building, the top floors are designed differently than the rest because that's what World Trade looked like, the top floors. And it's built by the Time Warner Company as a tribute. It's much shorter than the original Twins. The original Twins are 110 floors. This is 80 floors. Southwest corner of Central Park on the Time Warner Center. Lots of nice shops and restaurants. Today we're on the same schedule as last January when the airplane arrived. Since they have different radio frequencies, we had no idea there was anything going on. Crew was here, no passengers. We hear the sound of sirens, police. We don't think much about it. They're getting louder. Oddly enough, it's a single police car coming from east, west, and from the south and north, and they're just coming towards our pier and have a line of ambulances behind each police car. There'd be over 40 ambulances, and they stop right in front of Circle Line. And they block off the West Side Highway, park the ambulances, and there's obviously something going on. If you went to the wheelhouse where this ship is being operated, we have a big screen, about twice the size of your computer screen. Every ship is on it. No one is transmitting distress. We don't think airplane. They don't carry that equipment, but we just don't know what's going on. Until a police captain came aboard this ship and said, we need it. He said, we've got to get underway. There's an airplane in the water. One of the crew members said, well, you know, we're pretty big. The guy ran out of gas. He said, no, it's a commercial airplane. You remember those folks standing on the wings in that photograph. If you saw it in real time, one of the crew members made a comment that capsulizes what it was like. He said they look like they're waiting for the next New York City bus. They look like they're doing this every day. They're just standing on the wing of an airplane quietly as though nothing else was going on. So here's what we're here for. We come alongside and we do not take you aboard. The flat-fronted boats, the little ones, take you aboard. That's all they do. But divers of the New York City Police Department came under the airplane to inspect it. We are here to keep the plane afloat. We have a lot of pumping equipment here. We can pump out water. First of all, you have to secure the vessel, in this case the airplane. Well, it turns out there was a young man who was seated on an aisle seat 3 rows from the back. Everybody lived, so did he. But he said later that he figured they were all going to die. And his best chance would be to open the back door and invite people to jump out just before they hit the water. He's back there trying to open the door. He doesn't get it open, but he loosens it. When the plane hits tail down, the door pops open. Out he goes into the river. And now water is flooding into the plane. If you remember the photographs, you see the top of the tail, but the rest of it is underwater, and here comes the water in. So the police got it shut, and then we pumped out the water. By that time, communications was put aboard the airplane so we could talk on the same frequency, and we just said we'll be alongside. The captain's voice was very calm. We had no idea at that point who he was, as though he did this every day. And we're also here in case you make a mistake. 5 people made the following mistake. They fell in the water. They didn't get on the boat. They just went off into the river. And you would figure if we brought you aboard and gave you a blanket and you would survive this whole thing, you'd be delighted. There was one person we will remember because she was not at all happy. She was insisting that she lost some valuable stuff. She had fallen in the water and dropped her purse in the Hudson River and insisted a crew member go get it. And we're trying to calm her down and tell her, you're alive, ma'am. It didn't make any difference. She stopped complaining when something unusual happened. A crew member is in the rear of the ship during rescue with a big hook. His job is to pick up evidence. Anything he can pick up, bring it aboard the ship here. Well, of course, her purse floated by and come to the surface. He picked it up, but he had no idea what was going on inside. He said he came in just to give it to a cop and say, well, maybe you could help somebody. But as soon as he came in, she saw him and ran to him, threw her arms around him and thanked him for his bravery. She said, you were so brave to go into the cold water and get my purse. He was bone dry. This guy had never gone into water at all. We just decided to let it alone, and she was happy. Otherwise, we're here to fight fire. We have pumping equipment here. The plane didn't catch on fire. Pier 88 and the cruise ship. We just came over the spot where the airplane came down. Now, here's our museum again with Concorde and the aircraft carrier. And we're heading in towards the pier. Now, the front of the ship has been locked off. The crew will open all front doors when we're set. It's going to take a bit of time when we come in. Got to get the ship lined up and the gangway up. We ask you to remain where you are, please, until we're set to go. And we can help you with transportation. If you try to get on a New York City bus, you are going to a bus stop unlike any other in New York. Most people are not from New York. The lines will be slow and people will have trouble getting on the bus. So be aware of something. The bus driver will accept your money, but only exact change in coin. 9 U.S. quarters. Paper money does you no good, they don't make change. Or the driver will accept your Metro card. Will not sell you one. Strange. We sell Metro cards that are ticket office just so you can get on a bus. So if you're getting on a bus, get a Metro card. If you're not, just watch the chaos. It's a little difficult out there.